Good morning in Semper Fidelis. This is Mark, your 60-year-old retired Marine and co-founder, along with my wife, of the L2-4UP diet and exercise program. The L2 stands for 2 leg exercises done at the beginning and end of the workout, and the 4UP are the 4 upper body exercises that we do in the middle. Each set is done to 45 seconds timed with a moderate to heavy weight. If you're more of an intermediate or beginner, then we can drop that down to 15 to 30 seconds per set. If you looked at my prior videos 2 weeks ago, I weighed 231 pounds. I was involved in a cycling accident which left me unable to work out for some 6 months. I just started working out again within the last 3 weeks. I also started my diet plan in the past 3 weeks. And if you did see my video, you'll see that I was 231 pounds, looking pretty shabby with my shirt off. But as I stand here today, I weigh 210 pounds. My goal was to get down to 205, which I may still do, but I actually feel quite good at this weight of 205 pounds. Today I wanted to show you an example of some of the exercises that we do on the program. So we're going to look at 2 leg exercises. I'm going to show a beginner, intermediate, and advanced version of the 2 exercises, depending upon your level of fitness. One thing I want to emphasize is that with the L2-4UP program, we try to make it friendly to wherever you may be. You could be at home, you could be on vacation in a hotel room, you could be in a full-on gym, like I have my garage gym right here that's fairly well equipped. But the point is, you can do these exercises without too much fanfare, without too much expense, and the need to buy a bunch of heavy equipment or anything like that. So the first one I'm going to show you today is just a simple step up. Like I said, normally we time these. I'm going to do them for 15 seconds just for demonstration today. But when I'm showing you the step up here, you'll see that I have just a simple cinder block laid on its side. So what we're going to do is, if you need to, I'm going to have my bench here just to hold on for stability if I have any kind of stability issues. And I'm just going to go and do 1 set on my right leg here as part of the demonstration. So here we go. Notice I'm trying to do full extension and letting myself rest at the bottom. I'm not bouncing, I'm just coming straight up using all the strength in my right leg. So as you can see, I was able to do, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 reps during that time frame. You'll notice I'm coming to a full stop at the bottom. I'm not bouncing off of the back leg, the non-working leg. I'm trying to put all the emphasis on that right leg, the one that I'm working. So we're going to kick it up a notch. That was the beginner. Now we're going to do the intermediate version of that same exercise. So not surprisingly, I've got a second cinder block, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. This time it'll be twice as high. So now you're talking about a person who's a little bit more on the intermediate side. We've got helicopters overhead today, so I apologize for the extra noise. So here we go. So there's the intermediate version. If you notice, my knee was pretty much parallel to the ground. So that's a fairly good step up. So someone who's in decent shape and relatively fit, but they're looking to improve, that would be a good version of the exercise. So now we're going to do the advanced. So we're going to kick it up a notch here. I've still got the 2 cinder blocks, and I'm going to use a 25-pound weight. So now we're definitely more in the advanced category here. So let's give it a shot. So as you can see, we did 3 different versions, significantly more harder. I actually got my breath going a little bit here from the last one. So whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, doing a full step up without bouncing off the back leg and taking away some of the work from the front leg, you want to do them nice and controlled. They don't have to be fast. They just need to be complete repetitions. So I'd recommend adding that to your repertoire, even if all you can do is go to your staircase in your house, put your left foot up on the first step, hold on to the handrail if you need the extra support, and just do as many step ups as you can in a 15-second, 30-second, 45-second, 1-minute interval. And you'll see that your legs will get stronger, your wind will get better, and you'll be able to knock out a decent amount of exercise with a relatively simple exercise execution of a simple step up, and your fitness will start to improve, and you'll notice you'll be able to do more repetitions as you go and you get strong. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is show you a couple versions of a squat. So that first one we did might have been the first exercise we did in the beginning of a particular exercise routine, and the whole routine takes 25-30 minutes. We'll show a whole workout example in a future video, but for now we just want to focus on legs. One thing I like to mention is 2/3 of your body mass for most people is generally below your waist. Your larger muscles, your butt, your thighs, big muscles in the body, they require more work than do your upper body muscles, your shoulders, chest, arms, etc. That's why we focus on the legs at the beginning and the end. And the other part is because you're moving those bigger muscles, you're also burning more calories. So if you were trying to lose weight, you're better off doing step ups or squats or deadlifts or some kind of leg movement, even just climbing up a hill or walking up an incline, as opposed to doing a set of curls or a set of triceps. So remember, this channel is for middle-aged people, over 40 up to, I'm 60, so you can kind of get a sense of where I'm at. And what you're going to be able to do is implement these relatively simple type exercises into your routine and make incremental gains. We're not trying to build Mr. Olympia competitors, and we're not trying to build power lifters who, like I did in my day, they can lift 2,000 pounds in one lift. I'm not bragging on that, but I am quite proud of it. So let's go to a secondary exercise here. This one is going to be bench squats. So I'll do the same thing. There's some noise in the background. I apologize in advance. I got helicopters and trucks going by, but hopefully you'll get the benefit of it. So here we go. We're going to do bench squats, and I'm going to start right now. So you saw the bench squats there. Touching your butt on there is no different than just if you had a chair in your house where you could get down to some level where you're actually challenging your legs a bit by having to do somewhat of a squat. You notice I wasn't bouncing off the bench. Holding your arms out like this simply gives you a better center of gravity and center of balance. If you just hold your arms down and you try to sit back, you could potentially fall backwards. So raise your arms up on the way and come back like that. The advanced version of that would be to take and put some weight in your hand. So I'm going to do the same exercise there. This time I'm going to put a little weight in my hands. I'll use that same dumbbell from before. Here's my 25-pound dumbbell. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to sit down on the bench right there. I'm going to do what's generally referred to as a plie squat. So I'm going to hold the weight in my hand like this, and I'm just going to squat with the weight just right over top of my center of gravity and come up and back down. So here we go. So feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, and I'm just going to come down, keep my head up and come up. Head up, come up. Why is our head up? Because if I bend my head down, it's going to shift my center of balance forward, and I could fall forward. Okay, all done there. Again, I apologize for the helicopter. Not that far from the ocean and here in San Diego, and that happens to be a Coast Guard helicopter, so not quite sure what's going on. Back to the Plie Squat. So again, your feet are a little wider than shoulder width apart, kind of like you would do for a squat if you're on a squat rack. That weight in the center there is where your center of gravity is going to be. So you're going down, touching that weight on the floor and coming back up. If you can't get all the way, go as far as you can, halfway, and come back up. As far as you can, come back up. Don't let your head droop forward. Wherever your head goes, that's where your weight's going to go, and you could stumble forward. Keep your head up nice and straight. You want your center of gravity to be straight through from the top of your head straight down to the ground in between your legs here. So I'm doing a nice, safe motion with the weight. And I'm going to do it, in theory, as fast as you can do it, each exercise, each movement, safely. Get as many as you can within the time limit. As I mentioned, 30 seconds if you're an intermediate, 15 to 30 seconds if you're beginner to intermediate. If you're more advanced, then you can go up to that 45 to 60 second. I would play around with it. Get yourself used to the exercise first with no weight. If you need to just, like I said, practice on your stairs going up the steps, that's fine too. You can see here I brought my weight bench out just to simulate that maybe I'm using the banister on my stairwell going up to the house just for balance if you need that, or you could have your kitchen counter, whatever it might be. But these are the kind of exercises that a middle-aged person should be able to do. You can even get a little small step stool like you have when you reach up in the upper cabinet and just attempt to do this. 15, 30 seconds, get as many steps as you can, hold on to something to maintain your balance. If you're a little bit compromised in your fitness or just your strength, you can go all the way from just holding on the counter or on your stairs, going up and down, or you can do like I'm doing here, where I'm more advanced and I'm using a fairly high step with 2 center blocks and a 25-pound weight. These exercises aren't necessarily only for older or more elderly people or more senior people. They work for youngsters as well. So this is Mark again. I appreciate your hanging in there with me and checking out my videos. My goal, our goal at L2-4UP is to try to make a simple version of fitness for the everyday person. When you watch a lot of the social media, when you watch a lot of YouTube, there's so much theatrics, there's so much notice me for this or that. There's, little hints toward things like, oh, I had, hormone therapy replacement. Like, to me, that's kind of a buzzword for you had some sort of physical enhancing type of product in your body. I don't believe in any of that. I'll do the best I can with what nature gave me. I'm not looking too bad at this point at age 60. I've got decent musculature. I've lost 21 pounds in 2 weeks by just following simple principles. I do this whole exercise routine. I'm going to show you some upper body on the next video, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for your patronage if you're signing up and subscribing to the channel. If you have any recommendations or if you have any questions, I'd be more to answer them when I can and if I can. So anyway, Semper Fidelis, Mark the Marine, signing out.